Hello, and welcome to Stretching the Word. I'm your host, Sister Valerie, and not today, devil, just not this year. Did you know that beauty can be a curse? Wow. But we all want to be beautiful. That's what we think. But let me tell you about Queen Vashti. She was queen of Persia, and her husband was throwing this big, fantastic party that went on for days. Well, we know how it is at parties. So, of course, the best wine was on tap. Him and his boys, they was drinking and drinking and drinking. And they began to compare their wives. So the king said, well, of course, I got the best looking wife. No, man, your wife ain't got nothing on me. He said, yeah, I got the best looking wife. I can prove it. I'm going to get over here. Well, Queen Vashti, she was in the other side of the palace doing her thing with the queens. So the chambermaids went over there and they said, hey, the king, he requests your presence before him. That day, she didn't want to go. She was the first lady, as we might say, to proclaim women's rights. So she said, no, not today. Tell him I ain't coming. She had real balls, real guts that day because you didn't refuse the king. She could have gotten killed immediately. But she said, go back and tell him I ain't coming today. So they went back and told the king, hey, Vashti said she ain't coming over here. So everybody was like, man, you gonna let your wife tell you what she is and ain't gonna do? You can't do that because if you let her get away with that, then our wives, they gonna start wanting to tell us what they gonna do. And we can't have that, so what you gonna do about it? So he said, well, I'ma banish her. She is no longer gonna be queen. She can't never come before me no more. And that was good with God because he had a queen waiting in the wing. And her name was Esther. And if it had not been for Vashti's disobedience, all the Jews would have been extinct. So remember, all things work together for the good. Once again, it was all in God's plan.